What is going on, community? It is TJ, aka Flash by Night, and today is Saturday, August 14th, and it is Free Comic Book Day. But before we get started, I want to take time out to recognize Edwin, the comic jabroni. Of course, today is the 1 year anniversary of his passing, when the comic community lost a friend, a family member, and comics themselves lost a champion. So to him, I say thank you for all you have done. Um, I hope that you are looking down on us, and I hope we do what we can to carry on in your footsteps. So, salute to you, sir. And let's get to it. Okay, community, welcome back. And I've got to say, it's been a few months since I actually took a shot. That burns a little bit, but we are going to get into it. I have some comic books from my my free comic book day haul, and we're gonna show those off. Also, because I was in the shop and I didn't just want to get free comic books, I got a few other books and I'm going to share them as well. But we are going to start off with my free books. So the first book I grabbed was Batman issue number 1 from Free Comic Book Day. And since we get a first look at Fear State and also at I Am Batman, where Jace Fox kind of takes more steps towards his ascension to the next Batman from Future State. The next book I picked up is Suicide Squad, King Shark number 1. Now, I only got one copy of each book, because that's what you're supposed to do. But my shop kind of over ordered the King Shark and Batman books, so I may go back and get a few more, because they said that we can basically get what we wanted to. So I may go back and get a few more, and if any community members missed out, I may have to, help out, ship some out. You know how we do over here. So that is King Shark, Suicide Squad, King Shark, issue number 1. The next book I have is the Spider-Man Venom New Comic Book Day book. And then I have the Avengers New Comic Book Day book. Now, I actually have 1 and 2 copies of Enter the House of Slaughter. For some reason, it was really strange to me, because I know there are some sharp people who shop at my shop, but not too many people were reaching for Enter the House of Slaughter. I don't know what it is, so that's why I grabbed 2, because a lot of people cycled through and there were still a handful left on the table. So I don't know what's up with that, but I grabbed 2 of these. The next book I have for Free Comic Book Day is a book I actually missed out on. I didn't jump on the train when I should have. I heard all of the voices. I heard everybody shouting it out. I think I heard it. I heard about the book on Thorough's channel first when Stray Dogs 1 first came out, and I was kind of slow to the punch. But we got Stray Dogs Free Comic Book Day book with a ad for the Me You Love in the Dark on the back. And the last Free Comic Book Day book that I picked up is We Live, The Last Days. Now, We Live is also a book that I didn't pick up on. I don't know if I would have ever grabbed the We Live, but I'm gonna have to read this and maybe pick up the trade from the original series, because apparently it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. But we picked this up, and this is my last free comic book day book. So I thought that was a pretty decent free comic book day book haul. I think my store is closed on Sunday and Monday. So if I'm in there either Tuesday or Wednesday, I may look back through and see if there are books that nobody picked up. I didn't want to be greedy. And I think we had like a, outside of Batman and King Shark, we had a 6-book limit. And I didn't want to try to press my luck with anything. And plus, it's for families, for kids to come through and grab things. Especially this one kid who grabbed Red Room, and her father was like, yeah, it's okay. I'm like, okay, do you? But I may go back either Tuesday or Wednesday to see if there are free comic book day books that people didn't pick up that I may want to check out. Now, after grabbing my free comic book day books, I decided that I can't just leave and not get something. I can't just come and get free books, because we got to support our LCS, right? Right. All right, so I got a few books. I got one book that I actually missed, a new book, and apparently it's pretty hot, written by Cullen Bunn. It's The Last Book You'll Ever Read, issue number 1. And I hope that's not true, but I've heard that it is a great book, so I'm going to give this a read and see what I think. The next book I picked up was off of my store's back issue wall, which was basically half price. And I already have an issue of this. I have a few of these, but I have this variant in particular. But I got another one. Moon Knight, issue number 1. I love this cover here. I had to grab it. And I'm hoping they still have the half price signs up on their back issues, for a few more days. We'll see how they do. But my next few books are basically Joshua Williamson's Flash books. I read Joshua Williamson's whole run, and some books I sold off, $1, $2 or whatever, just to make room. And basically with karma, as soon as I sold the books off, I'm like, you know what? I'd really like to have that book back. And I'd like to have that book back. And you know what? I think I'd like to have the entire run. And so we're going back and trying to get books from the Joshua Williamson run. And there were a few in the dollar bin. So the first Flash book I picked up was Flash 23 with a little Green Lantern action. This is The Color of Fear Part 1. And also Flash 24, The Color of Fear Part 2. Also, if you see in this story, while the Flash and Green Lantern are handling business, the Reverse Flash is handling business with Wallace. It's not too nice, but it's kind of, slowly leading up to that Flash war. And this will inform part of the Flash war and how Wallace kind of approaches Barry and Wally and what they've got going on. Speaking of the Flash war, the epilogue to the Flash war, Flash issue number 51. And then we have Flash issue number 52. I was having fun in the back issue bins. And then Here's an issue that I have. I've had a couple of times, but I love this cover. Flash issue number 56. I think I may have 1 or 2 copies of this book already, but I love the cover. I love the kind of race pose he has, and the silver lightning. I like it, so I picked it up. Next book that I have is Ultimate Fallout number 2. And then I got a copy of Ultimate Fallout number 6. And these were all $1. I was having fun in the dollar bin. Next book I grabbed, and this character is Gamora, but at the time she had another name, and I cannot remember the name to save my life, and I don't want to go and Google it, because then I have to admit that I can't remember, even though I just admitted it here. So I have Infinity Wars issue number 1, the second print. Nice little black and white cover. Of course, that's the book where Gamora kind of cuts Thanos' head off. And we really haven't seen Thanos back in his full glory since then. Superboy, issue 0. I think it's a little faded, but it was in the dollar bin. It was $1. I guess technically $1.20, but it was in the dollar bin, and it is the cameo for King Shark. Next book from the dollar bin I have is Infinity issue number 1. And I feel like there's something about this book, besides it being the start to a major event. I feel there's something about this book, so I picked it up. Like I said, if it's not, it was $1. And it's kind of a cool Thanos cover. All right, my next book is, because we have got dollar books galore, Aquaman, issue number 57. Of course, this is the first appearance of Andy Curry, who is Aquaman and Mira's daughter. Next book on the slate, Web of Spider-Man, issue number 90, but with a gold hologram. I think most of the holograms are silver, and this one was gold, and it kind of jumped out to me. So I've got to check and see if there is a difference, but it was pretty cool to find. Next book I have is Transformers issue number 39, and I really like it because it says Fortress Maximus gets the shaft. Like, who wrote that tagline? That is pretty funny. And my second to last book that I have is Superman and Batman issue number 22. Which I think, has some heat to it, being 22 and 23, I think being the cameos somehow of Batman Beyond in the regular DC universe. So I picked this up for $1. I didn't see 23. I looked for it, but I picked this one up for $1. And the last book I have is not really a comic book, but it was in the bin, and as I said, it was $1. And it is a Wizard magazine with Captain America, and it is the 1-year anniversary of 9/11. So of course I had to grab this. I know the most popular 9/11 comic book out there is the black blank Spider-Man cover, which is great, which I'd love to get my hands on sometime in the future. But this Wizard magazine with Captain America is pretty fly. So that was my adventure on Free Comic Book Day. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you saw something you liked. If you enjoyed yourself, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to continue enjoying yourself with me, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and always, always don't forget the comments. What did you get for Free Comic Book Day? Did you get anything interesting outside of the free comic books? Did you get an interesting free comic book? One of the books that I missed out on, and I should have asked my store for, was the Rosa Parks Free Comic Book Day. Free Comic Book Day book. I would have loved to get that. But let me know in the comments what you got, what you didn't get that you want, and what else you did. Did you have nice family time? What fun did you have on Free Comic Book Day? But I am going to end this like I always do. Love yourself, love others, and I will be back in a flash.